So I finally got around to seeing Poor Things. Poor Things was one of the 2023 films I was just dying to see. And unfortunately, it's not really a movie that was for me. If you loved Poor Things, you know, I totally get it. Let me explain to you why I didn't really think that this was all like, what it was a great thing. I want to start off with the good, okay? The best part of the film was Emma Stone. Emma Stone, okay, she won the Oscar for La La Land. She was Oscar worthy in The Favorite, but in Poor Things, this is probably her best performance that she's ever done. She has a great range, and she's utterly hypnotic right here. She is just out of this world. Wow. Willem Dafoe and Mark Ruffalo are also mighty fine. But aside from the performances, this is also a superbly well-constructed piece. The general look of the film, the mise en scène, wow. Sometimes when the lens choice changes into the wide angle, it's even that. Sometimes all this stuff seems a bit random, but still, it's still one of those things that was worth including. But the thing that I just thought was not really great stuff was the general storyline of it. So we have such great things. The general look of the film, the performances, superb, but the storyline was just not good. Willem Dafoe plays this dude named Godwin, who's this doctor. He rescues this recently dead woman, prevents any sort of decomposure of her, and gets her a brain transplant. She's pregnant, and so before anything really big happens, take the baby's brain, put it up in her brain. Yeah. So, yeah, I have a bit of a Bride of Frankenstein sort of bit there. And, when the brain transplant happens, she is essentially a grown baby. And, of course, she does a wonderful job with it. But then some things change, and that's where I thought that where the movie floundered. She becomes an object of desire by Mark Ruffalo and one of Dafoe's pupils. So we have these two men vying for this grown baby, wanting to marry her, and yeah, she's just this object of science, and these guys want to marry her. And later on, when the movie becomes like a major sex farce, because that's ultimately what Poor Things is, right? It's a sex farce. When the movie becomes that, I'd like, of course, the abundance of sex nudity that's in this. It's so explicit and not really, kind of uncomfortable in some bits, but at least we have some good, a good look of the film. We have some good acting, but the sex farce stuff and the general storyline, I was just not liking. And I'm not all knocking sex farces, just as as long as they're done right. Like, if this was a Blake Edwards film, probably would have been better. Like if it was or an Ernest Lubitsch film, probably would have been better. So, yeah, even though this movie wasn't for me, I still can't deny the good that this movie had. So I'm going to give Poor Things from 2023 2.5 stars out of 4. So a marginal thumbs down.